ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radhastami
जय जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कृष्ण श्याम गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय नमाई नमाई जय देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय नाम कीर्तन की जय श्री कृष्ण जगन्नाथ धाम की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय धाम की जय धाम की जय इसके की जय जय श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर देव भगवान की जय महोत्सव की जय श्री राधाष्टमी महामहोत्सव की जय भक्त वृंद की जय हरि प्रेमानंद हरे कृष्ण
The ones who can read it, give me one.
There is a small prayer, glorification of Radharani. After that, a small lecture, the glories of Radharani. Everybody who knows the Krishna, but this Radharani is the most potency of Lord Krishna. So just a little class. We may Mataji after that prasad for everyone. Please have a prasad, honor the prasad, and after that we are not taking too much time.
So on behalf of this I was going to say Nairobi, on behalf of this Eldoret, we would like to thank everyone who has taken time to be with us today on the very, 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 very auspicious day of Srimati Radharani's appearance. And to understand Srimati Radharani, 100% I'm not qualified, I've not understood her, and I cannot speak about her, but somebody has to speak. So I'm going to attempt, because even Sukdev Goswami, who wrote the Bhagavatam, he did mention Radharani anywhere in the Bhagavatam, because it's a very, very transcendental and a very kind of subject matter which is almost impossible for us to understand in our conditioned state of mind. We are actually very conditioned. I'll just explain. But this is a very nice stava of Radharani. Now that I'm a singer, I can sing, but I think I was practicing with the boys the most simple tune. Did you get any here? We can share. It's in Bengali, so it's kind of it. Bengali sounds good. So, but you can follow. There's one line that everyone can follow. Radha Devi Jaya The translation. Radha, O beloved of Madhava, O you who are worshipped by all the young girls of Gokul, all glories unto you, all glories unto you. O you who dress yourself in such a way as to increase our Damodar's love and attachment for you. O Queen of Lord Hari's pleasure grove, Vrindavan, which is pleasure grove of Lord Hari. O new moon, who has arisen from the ocean of King Vrishabhanu, O friend of Lalita, O you who make Vishaka loyal to you, due to your wonderful qualities of friendliness, kindness, faithfulness to Krishna. O you who are filled with compassion, O you whose divine characteristics are described by the great sages, Sanat, Sanatan, O most merciful Radha, please be merciful to me. Can we all repeat this last sentence? O most merciful Radha, O most merciful Radha,
O most merciful,
O most merciful Radha,
O most merciful,
please be merciful to me.
please be merciful,
Please be merciful to me.
please be merciful,
Please be merciful.
please be merciful,
Our prayer to Radharani, please be merciful to us all. We all need the mercy at all times, especially for devotional practice. Where do I start? Now, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, 7, and 8. I think everyone knows Yada Yada Hidayasya Paritrana. Number 9 is Janma Karma Chame Divya. If Krishna says, if anyone knows my Janma means my birth, and my karma means my activities, then he gets free from this material entanglement. Where does he go? He comes back, Krishna says, to my abode, which means to the spiritual world. And that is actually the human form of the success of human form is that this material world is not really our place. I always say my favorite is a prison house. We are in a prison house with birth, death, old age and disease, birth, death, old age and disease. So we have to get free from this prison house and get out as quickly as we can. Not that I say going for the suicide to get out. However, when the right time comes, we should prepare ourselves in such a way that at the time of death, we can remember Krishna and we go back where we belong. So Radharani, like I said, I'm really not qualified to speak on Radharani, just not qualified. But we have to understand, even theoretically, if we understand, then maybe the practical and the application will come in time. Everything is a practice. Like those who play the mridanga, initially when they start playing, it just makes a sound which has no meaning. But as the mridanga player keeps practicing, then you can hear the sound. Actually, mridanga is from the spiritual world. The sound, if we can really hear properly mridanga, it's the sound of the spiritual world. Mridanga and kartals. So those are the two instruments we play the most. So here we hear, in order, like I said, to practice and to apply. And then one day will come, by Radharani's mercy, by Krishna's mercy, we will understand the position of Radharani. So we say pleasure potency. This nature of the soul is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Sat means it's full, it's eternal. Sat is eternal. Chit is full of knowledge. That's the nature of the soul. Sat, Chit, and Ananda means pleasure. And we are all seeking pleasure. We all seek pleasure at every level. So then Krishna, he's also called Atma Rama. Atma Rama means who is self-satisfied. Krishna doesn't need anyone. He doesn't need anything. He's not a conditioned soul like us. We need things because we are functioning with our senses, with our material mind, with our material intelligence. That's why we need. But Krishna is self-sufficient, Atma Rama. However, he expanded himself there are three Shaktis. Krishna has many potencies. You know, he's unlimited. We are limited. Krishna is unlimited. So we cannot even count his potencies. I mean, he has created millions and millions and billions of universes. We can't even create one small mosquito. So we have no potency. So then, that Krishna, he expands himself, his Ladini Shakti, which is his internal Shakti, Ladini, he expands himself in order to enjoy. Now, he cannot enjoy with conditioned soul. You know, any one of us, if we think we can enjoy on our own, we can't. We need somebody else, right, to enjoy. And that's why even when we chant this mantra, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
this Hare word is actually the energy of Krishna. And who's the energy of Krishna? Radha. She is the energy of Krishna, Hare. It's Krishna, of course, we know all attractive, Ram is who gives us pleasure. So Krishna expanded, his first expansion is the Ladini Shakti, that's Radharani. You know, and one may wonder why a female form. Of course, he expanded as Balaram also. And there's further expansion, Vishnu and Narayan, all are Krishna's expansion. However, it's not just Krishna because he was so unhappy being on his own, that's why he created his pleasure. It is also for our benefit. When I said this 4, 7, and 8, yada yada hi dharmasya, Krishna can kill his enemies or whoever, like Kans and Shishupal and what Ravan. He can kill them from wherever he is. He doesn't have to be here to kill them. But his pleasure to come on this earth is to give pleasure to the devotees. To give pleasure to the devotees, to protect the devotees. You know, that's why I said those who are pious, those who are miscreants, he annihilates. Those who are pious, he protects. And then Radharani, you know, we all love. We are all chained in this material world for one reason, our attraction for the opposite sex. Whether we accept or not, it's true. Scripturally, it is true. Our main attraction for the opposite sex is what is keeping us chained in this material world. You know, it goes on and on, one life after life, from a cockroach to a snake to every species of life. That's why the human species of life, we learn how we can control in order to, that's called austerity or tapasya. We do this tapasya for a higher purpose. So Radharani is the foremost pastime Leela of Krishna. You know, and that's what we enjoy the most also. See, when we are on material platform, we see this pastime of Radha and Krishna on a very material level, isn't it? I remember I had a very close friend in UK. He's telling me, Krishna has so many girlfriends, so why can't I have married, but girlfriends also? So I said, Krishna has 16,108 wives. Try and keep happy one wife, then talk about girlfriends. Right? You can't even keep one wife happy, forget about having girlfriends. Krishna was keeping 16,108 wives happy because he could expand himself. We can't. We can't even expand from here to there. What's happening there or behind me? I don't know. I'm limited. You know, so where can we compare? But we take Krishna's pastime with Radharani as our love affair with the opposite sex. No, Radharani and Krishna are not conditioned souls like us. They are not in a material body like us. They don't die and they don't appear. So Krishna's appearance also, if you most know about Krishna's appearance, he first appeared in the jail in his four-handed form. Then Devaki got very afraid, says, no, no, please, please, you don't show your four-handed form because Kans will come and kill you. Even Radharani, she didn't appear from a womb of a mother or father. Very interesting story about the appearance of Radharani. It's a long story. However, the thing to remember is that Rishabhanu and Kirtida, the mother and father, like Sita's father, Janak Maharaj, he also found Sita on the earth, right? So Rishabhanu and Kirtida, they were very sad. They had no children. So one day, Rishabhanu found the most beautiful child. There are two versions. I one time asked a sannyasi how you hear different version of Radharani, but it's according to different yugas. You know, you may have heard something, and what I'm saying is different because I heard Srila Prabhupada. So Rishabhanu found this. It said that most beautiful little baby on a lotus petal in the ground. Rishabhanu found him. So he was very happy. He thought it's God's gift to him because it's lying there, still baby. So he picked up the baby, brought home. Of course, Kirtida was equally happy, seeing this most beautiful girl. So they were very happy. But there was one thing. She would not open her eyes. You know? So whoever would come, they would say, oh, Krishna, why are you not happy? You got such a beautiful child, but she's not opening her eyes. So that means I got a blind girl. So one time, I think after 2 months or 3 months, when they did a feast, so she was in the cradle. Krishna was also there. So Krishna's mother, father, Mother Jashoda and Nanda, they were invited. So when they came, Krishna quietly crawled to the place where Radharani was on the cradle. And as Krishna stood on the cradle, Radharani opened her eyes. Because this relationship is not in the material world. She didn't want to see anybody but Krishna. You know, so she only opened her eyes when Krishna came and stood in the cradle, and she opened. So of course, Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, they were overjoyed, very happy. So first we have to understand, we have all taken birth from our mother's womb. Radharani and Krishna did. You know, say they're not on the same platform as we are. So it is very offensive, very wrong. You say, oh, Radharani, oh, Krishna, so I can be. First, we have to learn how to control our senses before we can even compare ourselves to Radha and Krishna. And then, Radharani and Krishna is like energetic and energy. Krishna is the energy, and Radharani is the energetic. Like, if there's fire, there has to be heat. Yes, there has to be heat. There's fire, which means there'll be heat. And if the sun is there, there has to be sunshine. So the energy is the sun, the energetic is the sunshine. The fire is the energy, and the heat is the energetic. Similarly, we cannot separate Radha and Krishna. They're the energy and they're the energetic. You can't separate the two. Not possible. You know, like heat and fire. Come. Sun and sunshine, you can't. Similarly, Radha and Krishna cannot be separated. Then, coming to this point of worshipping Radha, there are 4 sampradayas: Kumar Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Lakshmi Sampradaya, and Gaudiya Sampradaya. And our ISKCON is a part of the Gaudiya, Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. Brahma, we are coming from Lord Brahma. This Sampradaya is coming from Lord Brahma. But Gaudiya, when we add, is from the time of Lord Chaitanya. Now, the worship of Radharani has actually not been any Sampradaya. You know, they don't worship Radharani. It's only Krishna or Lakshmi Narayan. Lakshmi Narayan. But it's Lord Chaitanya. That's why even Divish was asking me about Radharani. To be quite honest, I don't know how many of you sitting here. Have you ever attended a Radha Ashtami in your life? Really? आपने कभी राधा अष्टमी किया life? No. None of us know. Because it is not there in the other Sampradaya. But Lord Chaitanya introduced the worship of Radha and Krishna. Why? Because Krishna wanted to know what is it that Radharani sees in me, which is so wonderful. You know, their love is pleasing. Krishna does this one, Radha will do that one. Krishna will do Radha. So they're always competing who can do more. That should be our service attitude. How much more we can do. That should be our service attitude. How much more? We should never feel, oh, I've done enough. Now I should retire. No, you want to do more. That's how they compete. You can do more. So that's why Lord Chaitanya came, is actually Krishna himself. He can combine both Radha and Krishna. So this worship of Radharani was actually introduced and started by Lord Chaitanya himself. That's why the Gaudiya Sampradaya, the worship Radharani. You will not see any of our temples without Radharani. And if we want, you know, the ultimate purpose of doing devotional service, bhakti, is what? We want to please Krishna. It's not to please myself. We want to please Krishna. And of course, it goes naturally. The more we give, the more we get. The more we please other people, the more we get the pleasure. It's not when we give, we are depleted. The more we give, the more we get. The more pleasure we give, the more unselfish we are. We find more people are unselfish towards us. What you give is what you get. So similarly, I even lost my track, which I always do short-term memory loss, I call it. Where was I? Who's going to help me? I forgot my point. Anyway, oh yeah. The Gaudiya Sampradaya worshipping Radharani. So Radharani, as I said, is the extension of Krishna. Sorry for a minute. I think I looked at the vision, I was thinking I was giving a wonderful point of Krishna. Made me forget the point. What do I do? Hare Krishna. No. I know it. I'll give you 1 minute. Can we chant Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Thank you. Because this is the one of the most important points I want you to make, is that if we want to please Krishna, when we're doing bhakti, we are not doing bhakti to please ourselves. We are doing bhakti to please Krishna. And if we want to do that, we can't go straight. We have to tell Radharani, please petition to Krishna that I'm not really qualified, very fallen. I can't even follow everything. But if you will tell Krishna, Krishna can't refuse you. It's like I was telling my boys this morning. Mostly, sometimes the father is more lenient. I remember we used to to go to my father to get my mother. She was strict. But most of the time, people go to the mother. Please tell daddy, I want to go out. Please tell daddy, I want this dress. Please tell daddy, I don't want to go to school. So even here, if we want that we want to go closer to Krishna, we have to go and plead to Radharani. Please, can you recommend me to Krishna? Give a good word for me to Krishna. And Radharani is very merciful. We just read this translation. Very kind, very merciful, very compassionate. Most women by nature, they are more soft than men anyway. So, not all, but normally. So that's why we plead to Radharani. And this is why we celebrate all these occasions. And in ISKCON, actually, it's a very big festival. And a boy comes and came here and says, why are you not doing it as big as Janmashtami? I said, unfortunately, most people don't know about Radharani. So we can't do it as big as Janmashtami, but what we want, it should be as big as Janmashtami. Because we are begging for mercy from Radharani. So everyone who's here today, believe you me, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam Sahasreshu. Out of many thousands of people, millions, he says, one will try to be perfect. And out of millions who perfect themselves, one will actually know who I am. So I always feel that whoever has come here today, a very fortunate soul, very selected soul, very chosen soul, who could walk through and take darshan of Radharani. So many devotees seated here have contributed in different ways, cooking, service, cleaning, whatever. Whoever contributes in whichever way, Radharani is not going to forget to remember. And of course, she's going to plead for us to Krishna also. Krishna never forgets. We can do 10 bad things, but we do one good thing for Krishna, one little service, Krishna will not forget. Can I do one little story on this? Yeah. Like when Devaki was being taken by Kans, when the Akashwani came, that do you know his 8th child is going to kill you? So of course Kans, even you are my real sister, she's got married, I'm taking her to the house, and the minute he had this in the head that her 8th child will immediately meant to catch, what's his name? Devaki. Then of course Vasudev came and preached to Kans, and Kans trusted Vasudev, so he didn't kill her at that time. However, it is said that Kans, all these demigods had gone and prayed, Brahmaji starting with, that please Krishna come and rescue us from these demon Kans. So these demigods thought, if Kans would carry Devi up to the house, then Krishna will forget all the bad he's doing. He'll just remember the service he did for his devotee. So that's why they did this Akashwani. Kans, you're foolish. The 8th son will be killed. What I'm trying to say, this is the extreme case that how Krishna will even forget how bad a demon we are if we do one little service for Krishna. That's the extreme, it's a true example, you know, that's why Kans has to be killed. And who will kill Kans? Krishna. So that's why they did this Akashwani. I always remember Krishna. Putana came to kill. She got liberation because she came to as a mother. You know, so Krishna is very kind, and kinder than Krishna is Radharani. So that's why we always say Radha Krishna. You know, we never say. But one point we have to remember, especially we think we are full-time devotees, it's not being put that here, the consciousness is right. We can be outside of consciousness will be right, and we can be here and our consciousness can be wrong. But the point is, yeah, I think my corona is affecting me now. They said with corona you get memory loss. I never had such memory loss. Then again, I'm forgetting important points I want to do. Hare Krishna. Some people define it as I get that. What was the point I was thinking about was Krishna doesn't forget. Yes, he doesn't forget. The point was, I think Krishna is telling me to keep quiet. Well, it was a nice point. Anyway, it got out of my head. And then I have this. Probably it's my corona. They told me there's a memory loss at all. I didn't have no memory loss. Anyway, Hare Krishna, we wind up. I don't know what was the point of it. And I think it was a nice point also.
To describe the Putana, how she's coming for the feeding like a mother,
And
Krishna, liberatory mother, the place of.
yeah, he doesn't forget. But I have anyway, I think I've forgotten. I think everyone wants that Prashadam, so Krishna. If I remember, I'll tell you why you're thinking of Prashadam. All right. So thank you very much once again on this very special day of Radhastami. All of you have been here. We would again like to thank you. And also, please remember that, I was saying we always say Radha and Krishna. They're not. Oh, yeah. See, I remember the point. Very interesting point. Sorry. That we are not on that pure platform. Us also, we are not on pure platform. So what worship we are doing is not Radha Krishna worship. Because Radha Krishna worship is a very high type of worship, which is called spontaneous. Meaning, you treat Krishna as your son, as a lover, as a friend. You know, like the friends would say, hey Krishna, you lost, so you better carry us on your shoulder. You see, it's a very intimate relationship with Krishna. However, Lakshmi Narayan cannot do that. Because one, they're four-handed form, so we are always in awe and reverence of Lakshmi Narayan. You cannot call Narayan and say, hey, you're my friend, you better get me. Which Krishna's friend could tell. So Srila Prabhupada says, we are in a stage where worship of Radha Krishna is not Radha Krishna. It's more like Lakshmi and Narayan. That's why we awe and reverence, we follow rules. We follow rules. It's called Vaidhi Bhakti. What we are practicing in ISKCON is Vaidhi Bhakti, meaning we follow rules and regulations. Don't do this, do this. Don't eat this, eat this. Everything is with rules and regulations. That is for Lakshmi Narayan. With Radha Krishna, you can leave them, you don't dress them. When you feel it's spontaneous love, that's called Raga Nuga Bhakti. Raga Nuga Bhakti means you follow. If I feel I want to be lover of Krishna, then I want to follow Radha. I want to be a friend of Krishna, then I follow one of the name of the Gopas. The one is Madhu Mangal, who loves eating laddus. If you like sweet eating laddu, which I used to like, then you follow Madhu Mangal. And it's not if you have a female body, you cannot be a Gopa in the spiritual world. And it's not if you have a male body, you cannot be a Gopi in the spiritual world. No, this is our material body. But our relationship has got nothing to do with this body. In the spiritual world, we can have a male body, we can have a female body, a child body, a mother's body, whatever. So our worship presently is Lakshmi Narayan. However, Prabhupada wanted us to be on the highest platform of Radha and Krishna, which is praying. Lakshmi Narayan, you cannot love. It's awe and reverence. It can't be love. But Radha and Krishna is love. So that's why Prabhupada gave us that this is the platform, but we are here. So we try to get up. We may get up, we may not get up, but because how much we work hard. To achieve any goal, any business, anything, it all depends how much we can work. That's how we reach. So thank you to bear with me my loss of memory, but someone Krishna helped me. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, from me comes remembrance, and from me comes forgetfulness. What is the word? Smriti Jnana Mapona Vakcha. So from him comes memory and from him comes forgetfulness. So thank you very much once again. We are very happy and we hope, Krishna willing, if you are still there, next year we'll have a bigger Janmashtami. Corona will be over. Hopefully. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Once again.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So now the volunteers are appreciating the prasad, and during the time, please come and offer the prasad. इधर नहीं